Hey everybody, welcome back to that Flight Sim channel. This is Captain Flako speaking, and in today's video we are going to review, go over, tutorialize a little bit the Heart Aerospace ES-30. Now this aircraft is one that I've actually never messed around with before until about last night, and man, it's pretty intriguing. I did not know anything about this aircraft, and maybe you don't, maybe you do, but man, this aircraft has two huge electric engines. These are your electric engines. As you can see, there's no exhaust on them or anything like that, and then you have two turboprop engines on the outboards, which is pretty unique. It's like a hybrid car, you know, half electric, half gas, and yeah, it's pretty sick, man. I really like it. Again, didn't know anything about this aircraft. It looks like a beefed up ATR to me. Speaking of ATR, there's one there next to us in the tarmac, but yeah, pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed messing around with it, and I think you guys will too. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, my name is Captain Flako, founder of that Flight Sim channel, and in this channel we go over tutorials, aircraft reviews, flight sim news, etc. Anything that has to do with flight sim we can try to cover and bring to you guys and teach you guys. So with that being said, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to give us a like, let us know what we're doing right, let us know what we're doing wrong, and subscribe to our channel for more content, and yeah, we'll go from there, guys. Let's do this. Let's as usual, let's bring the EFB up, and we are in beautiful St. Thomas, and we're gonna do a quick little flight from St. Thomas to San Juan in the Caribbean here. Wow, this livery is beautiful as well. I really enjoy it. Kind of goes with the Caribbean vibes there. But anyways, let's just move along here. Let's go to aircraft checklist, and there's the checklist level. Let's go expert. There we go. Now we have our expert level checklist, and we're gonna go right through it, guys. So let's first of all probe covers. So the probe covers are right here in the nose. As you can see, we're gonna go ahead, and if you click the little eyeball thing, look at it, shows you where the probe covers are. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these as so. So probe covers are checked off. Remove chocks. Let's remove the chocks. So right here, chocks removed. Nose gear, let's check the nose gear. So right here, squat, nose gear examined, good. Tires, good. All right, beautiful. Very nice detail on this aircraft. Moving on, propellers, check condition of the propellers. So again, we're gonna look at this. Look at the blades on this thing. It's beautiful, man. I really like the design on this plane. So this propeller looks good, and the turboprop propeller looks good, but it's kind of funny because if you look at these turboprop propellers, right, like you get used to seeing these things you know, in other airplanes, and they look pretty big, but compared to this bad boy, Jesus, this thing is huge. But anyways, propellers look good. I'll check the propellers on the other side when we go around. Engine air intake, let's go ahead and remove those. So air intake, good. Right leading edge, check condition of the right leading edge, right aileron, right flap. So let's move on to the other side because it's talking about the right side. So this is the right side of the aircraft. Here on the right side, let's go ahead and double check the propellers so we can call those good. Propellers look good, and as you can probably tell, the leading edge of this aircraft does not have boots. So you just want to check the surface of the leading edge that there's no damage or anything, because this is where your de-ice is. All these shiny surfaces are part of your de-icing, so you don't want any damage there. Okay, so that looks good. Let's see, right flaps. Let's check the right aileron. Looks good. Right flap. Looks good, beautiful. Right trailing edge. So the trailing edge of the aircraft here looks good. We already looked at it. Looks good. All these flap canoes, like we call them, and it's pretty cool. It gives you an indication of where your flaps are set right here. That's nice. So right trailing edge looks good. Chocks are removed already, so let's go ahead and move along with that part of the checklist. Right main landing gear, let's go ahead and check that. Let's see, squat here, good. Oh, yeah, come on, almost got it. There it is. Very nice. Okay, antennas, let's go check our antennas. Our antennas are up here, looks good. Very nice. Rudder looks good. Elevator good. Chocks are removed. Everything else looks nice. Leading edge up here looks good. No damage. Leading edge on the empennage looks good. Okay. Left main landing gear. Good. We get the strut. There we go. Beautiful. Left trailing edge. Let's take a look here. It's good. Checking the flap. Checking the aileron. And also, look at the curviness on this wing. Looks very nicely designed, aerodynamically curved. Very nice, very modern. So it's pretty neat looking at it. I can definitely appreciate that. Okay, leading edge looks good. Lights look good. Static wicks look good. Everything else here on this side looks good. So let's go ahead and check all this stuff off. Rudder, elevators, chocks, left trailing edge, left flap, left aileron, left leading edge, air intakes are clear, and propellers are good. All right, guys. So that is our pre-flight for the external. So let's go ahead and do our preliminary pre-flight in the interior. So let's go ahead and open this door and jump into this aircraft. So watch your head on this door because it opens really fast. All right, guys, we are in the cockpit or flight deck of the ES-30 here. So let's go ahead and check our low voltage batteries both on. So again, I'm new to this aircraft, so you guys take advantage of this. Just hit the look at and it'll direct you to where you need to look at and what you need to hit. So let's turn these on. There it is. Low voltage batteries are on. Okay, check that. Emergency exits armed. So let's go ahead and arm the emergency exits. Good. Seatbelts on. Strobe lights are off. Yes. Probe heating. Let's go ahead and turn on the probes. So pitot-static all on. Window heating as required. Don't need it. Anti-icing. Don't need it. Hydraulic pumps. Check both are off. So the hydraulic pumps are up here. So right now they're off. And in this aircraft, when they're on, you'll see they'll light up like that. It's a little hard to tell. I would say maybe they need to work on like that contrast between on and off. But anyways, yep, just hover your mouse over it or your cursor and it should show that it's off. So fuel pumps, check both. Let's see, check both off. So fuel pumps off. Good. Batteries, load low and high voltage batteries. So load all the batteries. On fuel quantity, load required fuel quantity. So what we're gonna do is look in here and we're gonna look down here at our GTC here. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to aircraft, flight performance, mass balance. So this is good. I'm not gonna mess with any of this. Fuel. Okay, so fuel. I'm gonna go to 60% just to show you how it works. We're gonna load in aircraft. Okay, and then battery. Oh, okay. So I didn't know this had a battery option to load the batteries, but I guess 100%. There we go. All the batteries are at 100%. So let's load those into the aircraft. So that's what it meant. So look at that. Okay, so we're good there. So now we're gonna go to performance here. Weight and fuel, and I believe it is this one. Fuel on board sync. Go ahead and click that. It'll sync the fuel on board with the computer on the aircraft. This is all good. Takeoff and landing data don't work. As you guys can probably tell, or maybe not, but this cockpit is a kind of like a replica of the longitude. So as you can see, it's not all there, but the autopilot does work. So I'll give them that, but kind of disappointed that kind of just copy and pasted. So obviously, as it's copy and pasted, when you look here, it says current, or sorry, can't even tell with this brightness stuff, but Cessna Model 700 told table invalid. Of course it is, because it's not the right aircraft, from what I understand. So if you guys have any insight on this, let me know. But moving along with the checklist. Fasten seatbelts, already turned them on. Altimeter barrel, check local QNH. So we're just gonna press the B key, and that should reset the altimeter. Right now it's showing 290902, so that's fine. Let's move on to the pre-flight. Flight director. Let's take a look here. Flight director on. Good. Altitude set. We're gonna just initially set 4,000 feet. Okay, good. Minimum set. So your minimums you do here in your GTC, that's fine. Landing gear down, power levers are idle. Your power levers are down here. It's all good here. Condition levers. Good. Hydraulic pumps. So let's turn on the pumps. Good. Parking brake is set. Yaw damper on. So the yaw damper is right here. Good. All right, let's start these engines. So strobe lights. Let's let people know that we're about to fire up. Check. Beacon lights. Should be right next to it. Check. Navigation lights. Check. All these are good. High voltage batteries. Turn them all on. So high volt batteries are here. So boom, boom. Just like that, guys. Turn them all on. Engine 2 master on and guard. And engine 3 master on and guard. So that's all down here. So all you do is click on and click to the side of it, and that guards it from turning off. Same thing on here. Okay, those are on. After starting engines, probe heating, check all. Air conditioning as needed. Okay, and let's take a look outside. As you guys probably hear, the engines are already spooled up. And there you go, guys. Now, all we have done right now is started our electric engines. Pretty neat. And you can probably taxi all the way to the runway and then start your gas powered engines, that's probably what we'll do now, is do that. But it's pretty neat. I really enjoy that that aspect where you can turn on your electric engines and your gas engines. Pretty cool in my opinion. So let's just double check here. Before taxi, we're gonna set our flaps, set for takeoff, and taxi and takeoff light on, parking brake disengaged. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and create a flight plan. Here we're gonna go to more apps, SimBrief dispatch. We're signed in, very good. And I don't know if we'll be able to make a SimBrief. Oh, sorry. Sky 320. Aircraft type. Departure TIST. TJSJ. I don't know if they have the ES-30, to be completely honest. So, not sure what we're going to base this on, but let's see. So the ES-30 is not on here. Let's see, what we'll do is base this off. Let me see. Is there an ATR? I'm going to base this off the ATR 72600 just for flight purpose, video purposes. It's the closest thing I can think of. Microsoft MSF. Let's leave default. Anyways, climb 170 knots. All that we're going to leave alone. And there's our route. Nothing crazy. Palco 7, Palco. Route 6, Shaka. Sangra, Rukua, and San Juan. So, alright. We're going to go ahead and generate this flight plan. Okay, very good. We're going to import the route. Importing the SimBrief flight plan. SimBrief flight plan has been imported. Very good. Our flight planner. Here it is. There is our flight plan. You click here. There's everything that we just did that. So we're going to send route to the avionics. There is our flight plan. Very easy, guys. Just a few clicks. All good there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start say intentions and get our clearances and all that. So let's go ahead and do that. So alrighty, guys. So our say intentions should be good to go. Let's open it up here. So now that we have our information, we're going to go ahead and tune into ground, as clearance is not available in this airport. So that's a little tip there. If not available, use ground. If not available, use tower. If not available, use center. So we do have ground. So let's go ahead and tune into ground. and give them a heads up that we need clearance or IFR clearance to San Juan. So let's go ahead, and ground is on 121.9. So 121.9 transfer. All right, so let's go ahead and give them a call. St. Thomas ground, good morning. Skymark 320 requesting IFR clearance to San Juan with the numbers.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
All right, they're grabbing the paperwork for us. Sweet.
Skymark 320, cleared to San Juan via the Palco 7 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Departure on 128.65, squawk 6554. Expect runway 10.
So I'm just setting here 6,000 because that's what our initial altitude is going to be. And let's go ahead and read that back to them. Cleared to San Juan via the Palco 7 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Departure on 128.65. Squawk 6554. Expect runway 10 for departure. Skymark 320. So we're going to set our squawk 6554.
Skymark 320, read back correct.
All right, so our transponder's over here. XPDR, so it's on this side. Change our number here to 6554. Enter. And we're going to leave it on auto. Beautiful. So we're squawked. Clear to San Juan. Read back correct. All right, so let's go ahead and get clearance here to push back. St. Thomas ground. Skymark 320 ready for push.
Skymark 320, push and start approved. Tail east.
Push and start approved. Tail east. Skymark 320. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and release our brakes. Brakes are released. And we're just going to shift P this one because there's really no pushback stuff on this aircraft where you do it with the EFB. So let's take a look here. That's the gentleman does this without looking. Pretty neat trick. Love it. There it is. And we are pushing back. I like how he's pushing us back to the side. This is going to be interesting, guys. Because we might have an incident here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop this madness. And we'll just bust a U-turn here. So thanks for the pushback, boys. Set our parking brake. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and call to get clearance to taxi to runway 10. St. Thomas ground. Skymark 320 requesting clearance to taxi to runway 10 for departure.
Skymark 320, taxi to runway 10 via Alpha. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 10 via Alpha. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready for departure. Skymark 320. Alright, guys. So that's that. We are good to go. Let's open up our checklist. Double check everything. Before taxi. Good. And before takeoff. So let's go ahead and taxi to the active. Here we go. Helps if you release your parking brake, guys. Alright, so one thing I noticed on this aircraft, it turns very well on the ground. As you can see, it has the turning radius of a Honda Civic, so I love it. Let's go ahead and set our flaps. Take off. It's good there. Beautiful. Good. And this is Alpha. I'm going to turn here. And guys, as we taxi over to the runway, just a quick reminder, if you guys are finding value in this video, please help us out with dropping a like. Let us know what we can do better, what we can do worse. Hopefully not. But yeah, help us out. Give us a like. And if you like the content style, subscribe to our channel. And, you know, stay in tune with us as we drop news, we drop tutorials, fun videos and stuff like that, challenges, as we continue to grow this awesome community in Microsoft Flight Simulator world, really, because we fly everything DCS, Flight Sim 2020, Flight Sim 2024. So, all right, guys, enough with the announcements and the commercial. Let's keep moving along here. Nice, beautiful morning here in St. Thomas.
Skymark 320, contact tower on 118.1.
All right. Contact tower 118.1, Skymark 320. So let's go ahead and just pull up here. Stop the aircraft. Contact tower and go through the checklist. All right, parking brake. Okay. So let's go open up our checklist before takeoff. Let's see. Fuel pumps both on. So here we go. Fuel pumps both on. I wonder why we need fuel pumps. We're gonna start these engines. Air conditioning packs both off. So packs are both off. Engine starter mode, start A and B. So if you look down here, boom, start A and B is already selected. Very good. Engine 4 starter on, and engine condition lever to auto. Same thing with number 1. So pretty much starter on, and flip this up. Good. Engine starter 1, and flip this up. And as you can see here, looking at your EIS, we're getting ITTs, we're getting temperature, oil pressure, very nice, fuel flow, getting good engine starts. So let's take a look outside. And as you guys can see now, pretty cool. Now we have all 4 engines fired up. Electric engines and turboprop engines are fired up. Very nice. Very cool. Look at that sunrise right over the mountain over there. Beautiful sights out here. Very nice. Okay, so let's go back inside. Engine starter mode off, landing lights on, heading bug, set runway heading. Okay, so engine starter mode. So this thing we rotate to off. Okay, and then heading bug, set runway heading. So we are heading 100. So let's go ahead and turn this to 100. There we go. Okay, that's all set off there. Takeoff, parking brake, you disengage. Stopwatch, you start it. Power levers, all max power. Speed, V1. Decision speed, VR, etc. Okay, so we're going to close this. We're just going to double check everything here. So we can't do any takeoff data. Landing bug. So speed bugs, we're going to do all on. There's your V speeds. Very good. Weight and fuel we kind of messed around with earlier. Flap speeds, gives you your flap speeds here. So that's all good there. All right, so we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and contact tower as we were instructed. So I believe it was 118.1. So let's go ahead and go to 118.1 and transfer. All right. St. Thomas Tower, Skymark 320, holding short, runway 10, ready for departure.
Skymark 320, St. Thomas Tower. Runway 10, winds 100 at 10. Fly runway heading. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10, winds 100 at 10. Fly runway heading on departure, Skymark 320. So we got a perfect headwind. Let's go ahead and start our timer.
307, St. Thomas Tower. Wind 080 at 11, gusting 16. Runway 10, cleared to land.
Yeah, negative. I'm coming in for runway 10.
Frontier Flight 307, negative. You are cleared for runway 10. Wind 080 at 11, gusting 16. Runway 10, cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
Here we go. Brakes. And increase power, and here we go. We're looking for 128 knots. Okay, here we go. Releasing brakes. Everything's in the green. Let's do it. So 100 knots. Almost there. Will we have enough runway? Rotating now. And we are airborne. Pushing up to 10 degrees. Beautiful. Gear up. Everything's looking good, nice and smooth.
Skymark 320, contact departure on 128.65.
Contact departure 128.65, Skymark 320. Bring the power down a little bit and set our autopilot on. Gonna do heading and vertical speed. There we go. Start climbing. Let's go ahead and contact departure 128.65. So 1, 2, 8, 6, 5. Transfer. St. Thomas departure. Skymark 320 is with you heading 106, climbing, passing 2,000 feet.
Skymark 320, San Juan Serap departure, radar contact, clear direct Palco.
Clear direct Palco, Skymark 320. All right, guys, we are clear for our flight plan, so let's go ahead and hit back here. OBS. And nav on. Let's see here. Oh wait, did I activate?
Skymark 320, contact San Juan approach on 119 or decimal 4.
There we go. Now we're moving. Contact San Juan approach on 119.4 Skymark 320. All right, guys. We are moving along here, heading direct to Palco as instructed. And let's go ahead 119.4. It's a little bit sometimes to do, a lot to do on our own, but we'll get it done. San Juan approach. Skymark 320 is with you. Direct Palco, passing 4,000 feet.
Skymark 320, San Juan departure, climb 6,000, proceed direct Palco.
Climb flight level 60, proceed direct Palco, Skymark 320. Alrighty, guys, let's pull up our checklist here and double check our post departure here. So takeoff was all good. Stopwatch, all that. Good. All that is good. Our climb altitude, weight 400 feet above ground. Maybe I should have seen that, but autopilot is on, so we're good. Flaps are 0. Yes. Taxi and takeoff flight. We need to turn off those. We'll turn off our landing lights as well. Hydraulic pumps both off. Altimeter barrel set to standard. We are good there. Fast seatbelt sign off. We will do that now. All right, let's press the seatbelts. There we go. And hydraulic pumps. Right here. Hydraulic pumps off. Very good. During our cruise, autopilot check and manage. Good. Electrical load monitor, fuel quantity monitor, and approach, prepare and brief the approach. Okay, good to go.
Skymark 320, expect to descend in about 15 minutes.
Expect to descend in around 15 minutes, Skymark 320. This plane is not too difficult. As long as you can get the flight plan and all that going. I made a little bit of a mistake there, not activating the flight plan. Or revising the flight plan before we took off. So again, guys, we're not perfect. We're just kind of figuring this out as we go on this, especially on this aircraft. I've never really messed around with too much other than load it in, see if that, make sure it works and turns on. So we're kind of going here, learning together, but so far so good. Only thing I didn't like is why the aircraft passed 6,000 feet. If you guys notice I did something wrong, just let me know in the comments below. Let's take a look outside. It's a beautiful plane, man. There she is. I love the livery on this, man. Very, very nice. And this is a relatively short hop. There's St. Thomas where we took out of, and we are heading over to the big island of Puerto Rico, which is behind these clouds over here. Let's increase our power. Go. All right, guys, so for this portion of the video, I'm not going to bore you too much. It's pretty much in cruise control. It's cruising over to San Juan. So once we start our descent, I'll bring it back into the tutorial, bring you to that side of it and do our descent, approach, and all that, and see how this aircraft behaves under landing conditions. So see you on that side. Alrighty guys, we have made our way into the descent and final here to runway 08 into San Juan. I disabled the ATC chatter because it was very, very busy, and for tutorial purposes, I don't want to be stepped over as we're talking together. So real quick guys, one thing to make sure as you're coming into descent into these your final or anything, make sure that your hydraulic pumps are on. Without this, your gear will not come down. Okay, so make sure your hydraulic pumps are on, and let's just revisit the checklist here real quick. Aircraft, approach, altimeter set, approach altitude, final course, all this is good. Minimum flaps, hydraulic pumps, auto brake, landing gear, lights, and all that, so that's good. And landing, power level, okay. All right, so that's okay there. Leave this here, and we're gonna go ahead and start applying flaps now. Bring our power down. Bring our gear down. All right, everything is looking good, guys. It's a little bit low, but we will make it up here now. Yep, just like that. Start bringing the nose down, lining ourselves up, getting the nose pointed to that aiming point on the runway. There we go. Remember, guys, this is just a balance of pitch and power. Yeah, full control. There we go. 2 white, 2 red. We ain't dead. A little low, a little more power. Nose up. There we go. 2 white, 2 red. 2 red, 2 white. We're all right. So here we go, guys. We're going to commit. Beautiful morning here in San Juan. A little left. There we go. Right, goes up, making small minor adjustments. Plane flies beautifully in these speeds. I like it. Doesn't feel sketchy. It feels nice and controllable. A little more power. Nose left a little bit. Reduce power a little bit. Line ourselves up with the center line. Try to get around that landing area here and flare and power down. Here we go. So, slowly bring the nose down. There we go. And reverse thrust. Those auto brakes work really well. Lord have mercy. Look at that.
Skymark 320, contact ground on 121.9er.
All right. Get off the runway here. Roll up our flaps. And what's cool about this is you can go ahead and disable these engines and use our electric motors to get us to the taxi, save some fuel. Or not the taxi, to the parking spot to save some fuel. I think they yelled at us, but I'm gonna ignore the ATC call here. We're just gonna pull up to our spot and shut down the aircraft. Let's double check our checklist here. Post flight. After landing, flaps 0. Yes. Landing lights. Let's turn off our landing lights. Good. Flaps are 0. Good. And then the shutdown procedure. Engine 2 and 3. Both ground idle. Parking brake. Cool. So we already shut off 1 and 4. So that's fine. Love how there's a fuel truck right in the middle there. Trying to play chicken with us. avoid hitting that fuel truck. Don't worry, I'll move. You don't have to move. I'll move. Love how there's an Alaska aircraft here in the Caribbean. It's a long way from home. It's good though. All right, we're gonna pull up here. Oh, beautiful. Plane just spawned right there. Nice. Right. It just disappears and appears. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And we're gonna stop the aircraft right here. And another plane just popped up in front of us. Love it. Oh man, guys, sometimes this sim brings the best out of us, huh? So all right, engine 2 and power 3 power levers. So these are all idle. Parking brake set, yes. Engine 3 master off. So let's look here, right here. Okay, take this off. You have to take the little protector off and off and off. All batteries off. Just like that. Taxi and takeoff lights. All our lights come off. Fasten seatbelts off. All this is off. Anti-ice, hydraulic pumps both off. Flight director off. Air conditioning packs off. Yes. Low voltage batteries off. Just like that. Beacon light off. Off. Everything is off there. Flight director is off. And that's it, guys. We have shut down the aircraft. And if you look behind you, move over, click here, and you'll exit the aircraft. And here we are, all parked up, ready to let everybody out after that beautiful landing. And now we are in San Juan. So overall, guys, the aircraft is nice. I enjoy it. I think one thing I would like to see improved, obviously, is the cockpit or flight deck. You know, have its own native flight deck. I don't know if that's a lot to ask for, but it would be really cool. Not just a copy of the longitude, you know, flight deck and put it in here. You know, if it had its own native flight deck, that would be really cool. And its own, you know, whatever instrumentation it uses and setup and stuff like that, you know, for more advanced flying. But for now, autopilot works. Everything seemed to work. It even worked with Say Intentions guiding us into San Juan here. But yeah, I think it's a fairly nice, lovely aircraft to fly. And I think you guys will get some enjoyment out of it. So anyways, with that being said, this is going to conclude the tutorial for this aircraft. Guys, if you find value in this video, please drop a like. Let us know what we did right, what we did wrong, what we could improve on. We really appreciate all the feedback that we get, and we do reply to all the comments, as you can probably see in our previous videos. Yeah, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, for more news, updates, and stuff like that. And so you don't, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our content or announcements that we make on our page. With that being said, guys, as always, happy flying. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.